Windy and rather cool tonight. Liverpool temperature 57 degrees. It's 11 o'clock. Tony Grant with Radio City News. In South Liverpool, thousands of people are without water tonight. An industrial dispute by 400 men working for the North West Water Authority has caused taps to dry up throughout the area. The men, who are angry over an overtime issue, are due to meet tomorrow. But even if they should agree to return to work, an authority spokesman doesn't think supplies can be restored quickly. Meanwhile, the men are refusing to fix broken pipes, and in the homes it means there's no water to wash, no water for lavatories, and no water for that bedtime cuppa. The strikers issued a statement today saying they regretted the water shortage.
We deplore the fact that a part of Liverpool is without water after only limited industrial action. This is another indication of the urgent need to change the very antiquated systems of water supply in our city. We are simply asking that our main layers, who form a very small proportion of the total workforce in the authority, be allowed to work at the same rate as our repair gangs. We apologise for any inconvenience caused to the public and reaffirm our desire to resolve the present dispute. We are prepared to meet anyone at any time in order to do just that.
Earlier this afternoon in Liverpool, as temperatures reached the high 60s, residents flocked to soft drink shops for refreshment. Paul Hughes, who runs a general store in the area, said he was besieged by customers.
We sold off 60 bottles of lemonade. We sold all our milk out by 11 o'clock, whereas usually we would have sold it by 9 this evening. All the ice cream's gone, all the lemonade, the lolly ices. Anything that can be drunk is gone.
So people who can't get water obviously are turning to things like lemonade and ice cream.
Yeah.
But as many residents go to bed thirsty tonight, the fire brigade has bigger worries. They say they can cope with a small fire, but they have grave doubts about coping with a major blaze. Overseas, Egypt's President Anwar Sadat has ordered an immediate halt to all military operations on the borders with Libya. The move follows bitter clashes between the two countries and the apparent intervention of the Algerian President Houari Boumediene, who's having talks with him in Alexandria. Earlier in the day, Egyptian fighters raided Libyan airfields. It's claimed they knocked out 2 radar stations. Both sides claim to have inflicted heavy losses on each other, but there's been no independent verification of these claims. At home, thousands of faulty banknotes have been released by the Bank of England because of a mistake. Rob Sims reports.
Have a close look at the pound notes in your pocket and see if you can spot anything wrong with them. If any are smudged, have the Queen's head on the wrong side, or have a wrong serial number, then you've received one of the thousands of faulty notes released because of a breakdown in the Bank of England's system for checking notes. The first few off the presses are usually scrapped as error notes, but this time they've been released. £20, £10, £5 and £1 notes have all been found with faults. Labour MP Marcus Lipton says he'll submit an emergency Commons question tomorrow morning calling for a probe into how they came to be released. Rob Sims, IRN.
In Huyton, a young girl is recovering after being savaged by a mongrel dog. Margaret Jones needed 7 stitches in her face after the attack, which happened only yards from her home in Darswick Drive. Margaret is not badly hurt, but the dog, which belongs to a neighbour, is to be put down tomorrow. Overseas again, and Rhodesian Prime Minister Ian Smith says his troops are as determined as ever to root out terrorists operating inside Rhodesia. Mr. Smith spoke to newsmen when he returned from a visit to soldiers in the bush.
I can't get over the fantastic spirit and the morale of these chaps, living away out in the bush and sleeping in the grass and the sands. And not only is their morale high, they are intelligent in their approach. They're all full of new ideas, new theories, and new techniques. I must say that I find it a tremendous morale booster to see these people.
Meanwhile, in Washington, Britain and America have agreed to draw up new peace proposals in another effort to bring a settlement to the Rhodesia problem. A legal tussle is going on to try to get the Yorkshire journalist Maurice Jones released from a police station tonight following his stormy return from self-imposed exile in East Germany. He was arrested when he arrived back at Heathrow Airport and was accused of jumping bail given to him after he'd been charged with insulting behaviour on the Grumwick picket line. Supporters of Mr. Jones, including his solicitor and a local MP, are trying to arrange the bail through a judge in Chambers. A transatlantic price war broke out tonight, with British Airways saying it wants to lower its fares on North Atlantic routes to compete with Freddie Laker's controversial SkyTrain service. British Airways says it will introduce the new lower fares on the 1st of September if the government agrees. The move could mean a 17% reduction on the round trip between New York and London. The London to New York fare would be £153 compared with the SkyTrain price of £139. It's now 11:05. This is Tony Grant, Radio City News.